Mitchell scored 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting. Then he tied a 39-year playoff record. May 10, 1987, Eric Sleepy Floyd of the Golden State Warriors scored 39 points in a single playoff half. It became the league's single half playoff scoring record. The record waited 39 years and 1 day for company. No guard matched it, no scorer of any era matched it, until Monday night in Cleveland, until the same player who shot 1 of 8 in the first half scored 39 in the second. Same shooter, same building, 24 minutes apart. Sleepy Floyd has company. The question the chalkboard answers tonight is not how Mitchell got hot. The question is what changed between halves. Game 4, May 11th, Rocket Arena, Cleveland, series tied 1-1 going in. Mitchell takes 8 shots in the first half. He makes 4 points across 24 minutes, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Now look at the shape of those 8 shots. 5 of the 8 came from 3. 62.5% of his attempts in the first half were from beyond the arc. 5 threes in 24 minutes is not an accident. That is a defensive choice. Detroit was funneling Mitchell into the perimeter and daring him to shoot off the dribble. The Pistons' big sat below the free throw line on every Cleveland pick and roll. The on-ball defender went under the screen, the drop coverage seeded the pull-up jumper and erased the rim attempt. A 62.5% three rate is a defensive choice as much as an offensive one. Detroit was closing the paint and seeding the contested catch and shoot. 1 made shot, 8 attempts, 4 points. At halftime, Detroit's chalkboard was the chalkboard that owned the game. The Pistons walked into the locker room with a coverage that was working. The kind of coverage you build a series around. Seed the shot you want the star to take away the shots that hurt you, win the math. Every analyst on the post-game desk would have said the same thing at halftime. Detroit found the coverage. The star will not figure it out by Game 5. Keep dropping, keep daring. The chalkboard reads clean. Mitchell was 1 of 8. The Pistons were running the chalkboard. And then the chalkboard found out what happens when a guard stops taking the shots the defense wants him to take. 4 points on 1 of 8. 39 on 12 of 18. That is not Mitchell getting hot. That is a coverage breaking in real time. The actual mechanism is a 24-0 run that started before halftime ended. The run started with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Not at halftime, not after the locker room adjustment, with 12 seconds still on the second quarter clock. That detail matters. Mitchell did not wait for the halftime chalkboard. He started the new menu live, in transition, with the first half coverage still on the floor. The run lasted 12 straight Cleveland possessions, through the end of the second quarter and the first 6 minutes of the third. 24 points scored, 0 points conceded. Mitchell scored 21 of those 24 points himself. In the third quarter alone, 8 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. 7 minutes of basketball. 8 of 9 through a coverage built to encourage exactly the shot that was missing in the first half is a defense breaking in real time. Here is the play that triggered it. Mitchell brings the ball over half. The Cleveland big sets a high ball screen at the top of the key. The Pistons defending big drops below the free throw line. The trailing on-ball defender goes under the screen. Same coverage that was working for 2 quarters. This time Mitchell does not pull up. He rejects the screen. He attacks the lane downhill. Cade Cunningham slides off his man into help. Mitchell finishes through contact. The most recent 24-point run in any playoff game came from the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Denver Nuggets, Game 6 of the 2024 Western Conference semifinals. The chalkboard does not forget those. The next question is not how Mitchell scored 21 and 7. The next question is why Detroit could not score 1. Look at the second half line. Mitchell, 12 of 18 from the field, 66.7%, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, 12 of 13 from the free throw line, 39 points. The free throw line is the chalk that wrote the second half story. 12 attempts in 24 minutes, 12 trips to the line. That is what attacking the rim looks like in the box score. And now look at the shot dial. In the first half, 62.5% of Mitchell's shots came from 3. In the second half, 38.9%. The 3 rate dropped almost 24 percentage points. He stopped settling. He drove. 12 trips to the line means Detroit was rotating into the bonus before halftime ended. Bonus rotations slow closeouts. Slow closeouts make three-pointers easier. The first half coverage that was funneling Mitchell into the arc became the second half coverage that could not get there in time. The defense was breaking in two directions at once. And here is the steel man the Pistons would offer. Cade Cunningham was supposed to be the counterpunch, Detroit's top scorer through the first 3 games, the engine of the Pistons' offense. Cunningham was held under 20 points for the first time in 11 playoff games. The defense was breaking, the offense was not punishing back. Same player, same night, same chalkboard, different mechanism. In 24 minutes, Mitchell took the same defense that held him to 4 points in the first 24 and turned it into 39. The shot diet inverted, the free throw line opened. Detroit had no counter. So here is the question the chalkboard is forcing. Was this a heat check or was this a coverage failure? The honest steelman sounds like this. Mitchell got hot. It happens. Sleepy Floyd's record stood for 39 years because 39-point halves are random. Variance, not structure. The Pistons' first half defense was good. The Pistons' second half defense was the same defense. The player just made shots. You cannot scheme a guard who is feeling it. You hope he stops. The problem is that the shots change. That is the load-bearing variable. The first half shot diet was 62.5% from 3. The second half shot diet was 38.9% from 3 with 13 free throw attempts. That is not the same shot profile against the same defense. That is a player calling a different play menu. Mitchell took the threes Detroit gave him in the first half. He stopped taking them in the second. He drove, he drew fouls. He got the Pistons into the bonus early. The defense did not stay constant. The defense collapsed because the player it was built to stop changed the question it had been built to answer. A heat check shows up once a season. A shot profile inversion shows up when a player solves a chalkboard in 12 seconds at the end of a quarter and never lets go. So here is the verdict. 3 mechanisms, 3 answers, 1 half. Mechanism 1. Shot diet. 62.5% from 3 in the first half became 38.9 in the second. He stopped settling. Mechanism 2. Run mechanics. A 24-0 burst across 12 minutes of basketball broke Detroit's defensive structure, the longest playoff run since Minnesota's burst against Denver in the 2024 Western Conference semifinals. Mechanism 3, free throw pressure. 12 of 13 from the line in the second half collapsed Detroit's foul math and locked the bonus before the rotations could adjust. A record stayed up for 39 years because most guards do not change the question mid-game. Mitchell did. Sleepy Floyd has company now. Game 5 tips in Detroit later this week. The Pistons get the chalkboard back. 1 home crowd, 1 set of film, 1 job. Build a defense that survives the new shot menu. Mitchell gets the same window to write something newer. The second time a coverage faces this question is harder than the first. The first time the guard is guessing. The second time the guard has tape. The series is tied 2-2. Whoever wins Game 5 takes the chalk into Game 6 with a lead. We see who blinks first when the chalk dries. Until then,